I'm also in as well. If everything decides to render.
Oh, you picked the wrong one. You went feet wet. Go feet dry.
Oh, I don't mind feet wet.
You're on the other end of the map from me.
God damn it! I told you, feet wet's not a problem in the mirage.
It fucking is for me. I can't. Like, I'm not looking at the radar altimeter. All right, hang on.
It's right on the screen when you flip the switch. I've already selected.
I think he spawned it. Yeah, he has.
Hi Ross, I see you behind. Good job, man.
Fuck you, twist and turn a lot.
I was actually having difficulty turning in the first place.
I think out of everyone I fought, you are the hardest to actually get a beat on. You jink around that much. Alright, I'm going to eject, and I'll tell you when I'm going to respawn, because we've got to basically sync up respawns.
I can just keep doing the same one.
Yep. I'm happy in the Mirage. I like this thing. I really like this thing.
Yeah.
Alright, hitting fly now.
Alright.
Like, honestly, I think once I work out the systems and figure out, like, well, memorize how to start this is probably going to become one of my favorite planes.
It's really a treat.
Okay, we're probably going to circle back in, head on merge again. Yep, he's gone over the top, which is interesting. Usually the other guys, when they go for a head-on circle, they'll come right past me, they'll try for a head-on gunshot, but Pom obviously knows that he's not going to get a good shot there, so he just went over. I'm sure he sees me, so he knows I'm behind him. But, because I'm so used to high deflection shots, I can just snake in and, ooh, oh my god! I think that singed the paint there.
Oh shit, you know, I don't even have my gun armed, rip. Oh, so much for that stuff.
Big ouch. Where the fuck did you just go? What the fuck?
Let it around you.
Oh man, nice move.
Thank you. Kinda upset I screwed up that snapshot opportunity.
pretty close. Shot under my nose. I can just figure out where the fuck he went. There he is. He's gonna go for a head-on shot here probably, so we'll feed in some rudder to try and throw him off. Oh man. We are low and slow here. He's gonna turn in on me though.
Ooh, just shot.
Oh, you hit me.
Yeah, I took out your radar.
It's alright, don't need it. Ah,
No,
nice.
you don't. You need that. It's like,
Don't remember seeing me fight before. I fought it a few times, mostly against Tawny. Alright, pop out and we will respawn.
I just took a new slot. There we go. Tell me one.
Hitting fly now. Yeah, I feel like this thing with guns is actually really close to what my happy zone is. It handles just right. It's easy to like gauge the deflection if I just ignore the fucking gun snake.
There's a manual sight that you can use, but you have to set wingspan.
Yeah, no, fuck that shit. Ain't nobody got time for that.
I do it.
I just fucking eyeball everything, dude. Same with the MiG-21. Like, I could use a gyro, but the gyro is really shitty and does the lag pursuit, so I never hit anything with it. I just fucking TLR it. The old, that looks about right. The only thing I don't like about this fucking engine sound, when it goes quiet, it makes me think my engine's died on me, especially from the MiG-21, that's what I'm used to.
You'll know when it's actually quiet. You get hit in the engine a couple times, you'll know for sure what it's supposed to sound like.
Fucking view screwed up on me. I couldn't get the HUD on you. Where is he? There he is. He's fucking good.
Nice. Now we're both in the same shoe.
I really see what you mean about this fucking view. It's really irritating.
You see what I'm saying? Where it shoves your head like you're a fucking
Yeah.
run to the
It
litter
keeps
kind of.
fucking me over too, because that's right where I'd normally take a fucking deflection shot, and I can't get you centered.
It makes it hell for me too, especially when I need to use a reversion, just as the deflector mode. Right there, because I'm tilting around a lot and shifting around, my head is just going all over the place, so I can't reliably keep place. It's a viewpoint bug.
I can't quite get him lined up on these head-on passes. If I can just bring the nose over a little more and get the view just right, I could take a deflection, but no, I'm not going to get it. Ooh, we might cut inside his turn here, though. Oh, yes. Oh, that's the view I like to see. Oh!
Oh, shit. Oh, that still didn't put me out of commission.
You got a fire coming out of your belly.
Ah, I think you hit one of the elevons. Yeah, that's what it is. That shouldn't trigger fire. That should just shear right off.
Nearly maneuver kill myself. Holy shit.
Nah, it's really hard to maneuver kill yourself in that. Unless you go under 130, you're pretty much safe.
Oh, I was so low over the ground there. Alright.
Even so.
Just about to hit flying now.
Alright, here we go.
But yeah, this thing handles so nicely. Oh my god.
Yeah.
And you've got actually quite decent visibility, notwithstanding the view bug. I mean, the canopy arch is kind of fat, but it's not too badly placed.
Well, I mean, considering what they had to work with, I'm happy with it. I mean, it's miles better than F-106.
Oh god, yeah. Imagine if they added the arrow, how fucking abysmal the visibility out of that thing would be. You've got the split windscreen up front like the 106, and then it's got the little shitty-ass cabin windows on the sides.
At least with the 106, they ended up removing the middle overhead. Although they never did go through with the bubble canopy. That pissed me off when I found out about that.
One thing I do find with the Mirage is because it is fly-by-wire, it doesn't let me pull the kind of bullshit I like to do in the MiG-21.
Override it, but it's permanent until you get the aircraft repaired. And you really don't want to do it in that, trust me. Unless you know how to fly an F-106 Delta. Let me put it like this. A fly-by-wireless Delta is a death trap. It's like the 14 in regards that you really have to know what you're doing. That being said, it makes rudder reversals very fucking. With this, I have to fight the rudder reversal system.
Yep, that is exactly my problem. I keep kicking the rudder over to try and bring the nose on you, and I just cannot fucking do it.
Fuck that up. I understand why I go post-stall all the damn time in order to do it.
Hey,
it's the only time the system doesn't fight me because it thinks I'm going into a flat spin.
Yeah. Like, see, times like that, that's where in the MiG-21 I just stamp on the rudder and fucking reverse the stick, and I would do a pirouette, and pretty much everyone I fought overshoots me when I do that, because they don't see it coming. And usually they can't keep up with it. Oh, good hit. You're actually making this challenging. Which is nice.
I would try to 18, but I just can't fly that thing tonight. I really can't. It's just...
That's alright. Alright, I might do one more in the Mirage and I'll switch to the 21. We'll do 21 on F5 maybe. See how that pans out.
That one is where I think you will have the advantage on, but just because the F5 isn't something I really...
If I can see you. That's the thing.
Alright, no one.
I'm gonna hit flight.
Alright, let's go. Don't be afraid to use the radar lock. Just try out that.
I don't even know how the fuck to turn the radar on, to be dead honest with you. Right. I don't think I've set the controls up for it.
Yeah, it's radar special modes. You need a SVI, vertical scan, BAH, and BA.
See, the thing is as well, when I get this close to somebody, I usually don't even bother with the radar. Have you spawned back in yet?
Yeah, I'm already here. I'm looking for you.
Oh, we already merged, huh?
Did we merge? I have no fucking idea. Oh yeah, we did. I see ya.
There he is. Yeah, usually with very few exceptions, when I get this close to somebody, I just start ignoring the radar. The Tomcat's not bad because you have the fucking PAL modes, but most of the time I just don't have time to manipulate the radar at this kind of range, unless it's in like the flank or the Big 29 where it's useful for the gun.
And quite a bit of inertia there, aren't you? Head stomp.
Get the nose around. If I can just bring the nose up, I've got him, but I don't think I'm gonna get it. Oh, maybe here. It's gonna go under. But I don't quite have the control authority to bring the nose up. Oh, here we go. Too much lead. But now I've got a better view. This is what I like to see. Probably gonna try and dump me here. Oh, he's gone low. He's gone low. Holy fuck. Yeah, he's in burner as well. That looks fucking awesome from my perspective, by the way.
Thank you.
You can hear him light his burner because the Mirage has this like really distinct bang to it when it goes into reheat. Shit, he's on me. There he is. He's under me somewhere. Not sure where. But he's real close. And was on my tail last I saw. There he is.
Just short.
Problem is, when I do that, I can't really
again.
keep eyes on him. No idea where he's gone. Oh, there he is.
Oh shit, I thought you got a oak behind me. Turns out you're still... Yeah, the head bug has just fucked me over. Good, you got a maneuver kill. Good job.
Alright, I'm gonna switch
Like,
to
I
21.
see... Yeah, I keep seeing you go past, and then my head just like gets shoved right into the center console of the HUD.
Happened to the girl with threats, haven't seen her
I
threat.
know
She
one.
went to TwitchCon in Berlin, and then she went up to Insomnia in Birmingham. She's streaming again.
You there?
I think she'll be on tomorrow. Yeah, sorry, just talking to chat.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Anita's been traveling quite a bit, so...
Yeah, like,
Her
that head
schedule's
bug is a
not
pain in
what
the
it was
ass, I
normally.
think, for anyone. It's also one of the reasons why I died trying to do rockets in the Mirage.
I spawned in.
The Pipper's all fucking weird. Oh god, no, wrong plane, wrong plane. God damn it.
This could be interesting. Probably not gonna end well for me. Alright,
I'm not gonna do that to you, no. There we go, that's up.
Alright, respawning.
Oh god, everything's black and chrome.
Yeah. There he is. What the fuck? I just lost him. You were on my nose and then you vanished. I love the way this game renders LODs.
Don't worry about it. I don't even see you. Now I see you. I think that's you, or is that a parachute?
Might be a chute.
I've completely lost it. That's a parachute.
Oh, I see.
Damn it! Yeah, because I'm contrailing.
Yep. If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have been able to tell you from the stars. Both of these planes are so difficult to see because they're so fucking small.
For me, it's the head position. Like a giant canopy bar and very little front rail space.
I mean, you say giant canopy bar.
I know, I've seen it big. You got that weird round reinforced crap in the front. Oh yeah, I don't need to turn that off here. Oh, hello. Yep, I see you. Oh god, I forgot rudder actually does something in this.
Mm-hmm. Does a lot in this. And I lost you behind the canopy frame.
I see you. Barely. The gyros. I lost you. Again.
I never regained you after you vanished behind the fucking jail bars. I can't see you at all.
This is hell. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, I see you. Oh shit. You're actually right behind me.
Oh, was I? Fucking hell.
And I've lost you again. Womp womp. Something something GCI. Something something SA. Ah, I gotcha. He's coming towards me? Yeah, he is. Oh, big pull.
I don't even know where the hell you're at. Oh, okay. There we go. That's on. That explained a lot. Now I understand why this wasn't working. Now I've lost you again. And again, oh, there you are. I found you again. I'm telling you, that fight's gonna get me killed. Because I know where you're at, and I'm trying to fly it like a mirage, and it's not doing me any good here. Damn the delay in these Colt cannon. Used to like digital fire control and that shit ain't working.
Well, you're behind me now, so you get to see my party trick. Pulled it a little too early, though. I think you're gonna get me?
You're okay?
Yeah, you got me.
Because
Oh, hey! Hey!
the hell?
I'll take it.
I started damage model on that thing, fucked up.
This is after they fixed the damage model. I actually hit the ground really gently. That's why that happened. I hit the ground really gently.
I mean, on my screen, you went nose deep first.
On mine, you'll see why. It's
I gotcha.
For some reason, vertical movement's exaggerated. It's like when I'm watching people land in multiplayer, they clip through the runway and then bounce. When usually on their end, it's a perfectly good landing. But yeah, this is I pulled that a bit early. Normally I'd do that when someone's closer and they'll just go straight past. The only problem is once they do that, I've got to recover the aircraft because it departs when you do that. And,
gotcha, alright.
And I lose visual when it happens. Alright,
ooh, low fuel.
Respawn in 3, 2, 1, hitting fly.
Yeah, in a bit, man.
Oh, I fucked up. There we go.
Are you good?
I'm a genius. I forgot, because I haven't ejected yet.
Oh.
Right, now I'm hitting it.
Oh, never mind. Well, I haven't really progressed much, so we're good. Oh shit, I blacked out.
Lost you. I had you on radar, but as soon as we merged, I lost you.
Yeah, it's alright. I'm talking to my chat describing HSI and how it works, so I wasn't really paying attention.
Oh,
I see you, though.
Getting really slow here. He's coming in for a head-on again. Whoop. Lost her for a second there. Put some distance between us. He turns better, but I'm faster. The only problem is now he's directly behind me and I can't fucking see him. Some of that energy to put myself into a turn. He's right on my tail, man. Fuck.
I'm keeping good distance even though you're in full burner. What is this, man?
It's because I'm pulling quite, well, not hard, but MiG-21 problems. As soon as I pull, I turn into a giant air brake. Like so. Oh, that
was that?
A bit of a mistake. I may have blacked myself out. I'm good now. That
doesn't look like it's supposed to be possible in that
That
plane.
was cross controls, like full right rudder, full left stick, or the other way around. I can't remember.
That is... I don't even know if the real thing could do that. I'm not a Russian guy, so... That's a weird gun queue. I've never seen that before. keep forgetting that I need to lay off the fucking...
Ah! Didn't quite have the lineup I needed there. I was going to try for a shot, but just didn't have the lineup.
I've now completely lost it. Oh, I saw a tracer fire something. The fly-by-wire in this thing is really fucking weird.
Not enough lead. He's forced the overshoot, but not quite by as much as he needs.
Ooh, fuel. I don't even know how much this thing has in fuel. I've been shutting the throttle off and on, and I've lost you. Oh, I found you.
You're really good at making me think I have a shot when I don't. So you may well burn me out of ammo before you get me on fuel.
Man, you're probably going to get me on fuel, so...
Oh, I don't know. I've been in emergency burner the whole time, basically.
Or so I'm like down to like 200 pounds. You're gonna get me on fuel. This thing doesn't have big tanks at all. Like it fully weighed or fully loaded and laden is not even enough to really sustain it. That's why it has like options for like 3 giant ass 275 gallon. Oh, you hit something.
And that's why you get rudder pedals. Boot the nose over.
You only hit one of the flap things.
Yeah, no, it wasn't a good hit, but it was a hit all the same.
Yeah, not true. I don't even know where you went.
We just head on past each other.
Again?
Yeah, we're turning into each other.
Oh, I see it, you're low.
One thing I've learned about this is the engine doesn't tolerate much, but it will tolerate a stupid amount of AOA. Like, it's very, very difficult to induce a compressor stall in this thing. I've only done it twice, I think. I can't do it deliberately, it's only been by accident.
I am out of
roof. I am at 900 litres. Oh, sorry, 800 litres.
Dip says he has to shut down the server after the fight.
Alright.
So I think this is...
This is it?
Yeah, that's it.
Alright. Good fights, though.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, you're not chump chain, so this is like pretty fun. And I'm doing it in an aircraft that I kind of suck at.
Yeah, no, I really enjoy doing the dogfights on that. Like, I've been doing it a lot against Tawny and Nuts, and it's been interesting. It's been helping me get my shooting skill back as well. It's been a while.
Gotcha.
Oh, God.
Are you gonna stay on for a bit? Because I
yeah.
want to. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and raid you because I really want to get off for a moment and like
Alrighties.
walk around. So yeah, we're gonna go raid Rossum, guys.
Let's see. Sidewinder. Hey, there's people on. Let's go harass them. Oh, and Red's outnumbered, so we've got a target-rich environment. Just how I like it. Right, well, while that loads, let's see. I haven't really got any of this set up. I wasn't actually planning on streaming, but I decided to hop on and do some dogfights with Pom, because why not? Get music going. Now, something again on this playlist, I don't know which song, because it can't be one I've added, surely, but something on here is getting it mute. Oh, actually, I have a suspicion. I know which song, but you know, playlist issues. Happy days. We'll get it going at least, so we got some music. And we'll turn it down so you guys can hear me. There we go. Night Ross, if you find a sweet mission I should host when I set up a server, just send it to me on Discord. Yeah. Cheers, Divo. Thanks for hosting that server as well. I'll probably do some more tweaks on that dogfight mission. Change the season so it's a bit easier to see people against the ground, stuff like that. Maybe change time of day. And I'll send you that version of it as well, just for when we want to fly against each other. But as far as more structured missions, I don't really know of any at the moment. I'm not much of a mission maker, I just yoinked that off Tawny and made some adjustments myself. Hey Bob, thanks for the raid, man, and thanks for the dogfights, that was a lot of fun. We are going to jump on Growling Sidewinder's server, where Red is outnumbered for once, and hopefully pop some guys with the SU-27. See if I can repeat my performance from yesterday. I'm not sure if I'm going to do like a full 4 or 5 hour stream for this one. I'm getting kind of hungry and I want to do some other stuff, so I might just do like a couple flights on here, take a break, get something to eat, and then come back on afterwards. But I don't know. This was kind of an unplanned stream, so I haven't really got much of an idea of what to do. Excuse the loading time as well, this server takes fucking forever. Okay, 227, Tbilisi. There we go.
Перезарядка по плану. Прием.
Yeah, there's quite a few people on blue. A couple Harriers, which is interesting. Mostly Hornets though, which is fine.
Командир, оружие подвешено.
300-й. Обнаружена цель. 286. Удаление 90. На 500. Сближайтесь.
I've got to be careful because the switch I use for the emergency burner in the MiG-21, which I use when I'm dogfighting, is also the switch on this for the stick trimmer, which is not something you really want to engage mid-flight. Okay, let's get rolling.
Один, 0, 7. Латиния. Разрешаю руление на полосу 3, 1.
Holy shit! Is that a MiG-21? Fucking hell. I didn't get a good look at it. What the fuck was that? Friendly, I assume, otherwise the sirens would be going off. Are there Harriers on red? I don't think there are on red. I think they're blue only. Red has MiG-21s, F-5s, Tomcats, all the Sukhois, including the 25, and MiGs, or 29s. Mirages are blue. That did look kind of like a Harrier, actually, in silhouette, but I'm not sure. Actually, it could have been an F5. That might be what it was. I didn't get a real good look because he just shot straight past me. Been trying to learn the Harrier. Yeah, I still need to learn the Harrier. I've just taken up for a free flight and kind of fucked around with it. I haven't learned any of the weapon systems. I haven't learned a proper startup procedure, but just the flight is quite fun. It seems to handle nicely. I mean, that said, my bar for handling nicely is the MiG-21. Like, I actually like how that thing handles, because I have some kind of severe mental deficiency, probably. But, yeah, no, I like the Harrier.
Взлет по готовности. Отход по схеме на 300. Подавление 7.1.2.48.
This dogfighting stuff, it's rough on your body. Actually, I say that, a couple of weeks ago when I was doing a lot of dogfighting with Tawny and Nuts, I actually strained my shoulder quite badly, because as you saw with the MiG-21, I maneuvered that thing quite violently, and I reefed on my stick and just about threw my stick off the desk and strained my shoulder when I did it. It's paying for that for a few days. Sore neck, yeah, I get that too. Sore neck, sore shoulder, sore wrist sometimes, not as badly with this stick. I used to get a really bad wrist with the X52, just because of the way it was set up. I've got like the least ergonomic setup ever here, and if I were to use the keyboard, I have to reach around my HOTAS to get to it. Once again, my Twitch alert seemed to be delayed by a couple minutes, but Archangel, thanks for the follow. There it goes. I don't know why it's taking so long. Maybe Streamlabs is under heavy load today or something. But thanks for the follow, dude. I appreciate it. I do mostly Red 4 stuff. I prefer older aircraft. So, a lot of MiG-21 when I get the chance. I don't have the MiG-19 yet, but when I do, I'll be flying that a lot as well. And the MiG-23, which is currently being worked on, is my baby. And when that plane hits, I will be flying nothing else for at least a couple of weeks. So I'm more from a World War II and World War I sim background. I'm not as experienced with modern jets. I don't quite have the knowledge of the systems that POM has, or even that, you know, other people have. I just kind of have to learn as I go, pretty much. But when it comes to close-range dogfighting, guns only, that's when I'm in my element. That's friendly. Why am I all the way out here? What the fuck am I doing? That's not friendly. Hey, buddy. He's way out, though. And there is a roll in sight, or was a roll in sight somewhere along here, which I don't really want to overfly. On blue? Yeah, good luck, Rudy. I'll try not to bully you too much if I come across you, but if you're in a hurry, I probably won't. What's that? Oh! What are you? You are not friendly. Oh, nothing here is friendly. All my friends got murdered, I think. Get nice and low. I'm here, so if I can just not freeze while pointing at the ground, if I can just terrain mask a bit. And hook out to the side. Hello. Still a ways out. They're all quite a long ways out. But I am out here alone. More or less. Oh no, we've had a friend randomly pop up next to us. Interesting. Behind that ridge line in front of me. Well, he's quite a ways behind it. He's about 100 kilometers away. Beaming me. I'm just hoping he's actually alone. I'm not sure why he's going that far out. It's kind of weird. But if it means he separates himself out from his team, that's good for me. That makes me happy. He's hiding down here somewhere. Unless he disconnected. This is the thing, he's dropped off data link, so either he's out of our AWACS site, or he was the guy that disconnected, and I can't tell which. I don't want to fly myself out here for half an hour looking for a guy that disconnected. So I'm going to leave him and hope he's actually gone. Just have to remember that he was behind me. I'm sort of overextending here because I don't have much support, but if there's one thing I'm known for, it's overextending. So why break the habit of a lifetime? Is there a fucking friendly or all the way out here? Fuck. There's a conga line of guys coming in as well, who knows? Okay. I'm actually gonna go active here. Just so I'm gonna pick this guy up, pop him, and then run before his mates turn up. And I do need to be able to differentiate between him and the friendly that's supposedly off my nose. Someone's jamming. I don't think it's him. It's one of them. Problem is, their jam is making it really hard for me to try and pick him up too. Alright, he's vanished. Oh, here we go. Come on. Come on. Can't get him. There we go. Oh, that's a fucking friendly. What the fuck? There we go. This is a mess. I'm gonna... Fuck it. Yeah, I shouldn't have done this. Too risky. Yeah, both those friendlies just got popped by 120s. Doesn't look like they got missiles off themselves. Of course. Hello. Who are you? Okay, well they've turned away from me, and I've got something off my nose. So I'm gonna go investigate this guy. Left midway from me explaining the HSI. Oof. Jesus, dude. If this is a ghost contact, or if this guy disconnects, I'm gonna be really pissed. I do like how they just ignored me as soon as I vanished into the hills. That's good. If I can pop this guy and still have enough fuel left, which I might not actually, I'll loop back and see if I can kill one of the trailing men on that formation. Here we go. He's not aware, chat. He doesn't know. And I'm behind him, which means the OLS will pick him up nicely. It's probably going to be in this valley, or behind this ridge, rather. like this ridge off the nose behind that, I'd imagine. He still has no idea I'm here, because his AWACS can't see me, and those other guys stopped chasing me for reasons best known to themselves. They might have thought they splashed me, because I dived into the mountains and just vanished, but I don't know. Maybe they didn't want to kill me, maybe they just wanted to force me to turn cold, which kind of worked, but kind of isn't going to work for this guy. He is moving though, pretty quick. About 50 kilometers out. So I think this might be my target for this sortie. I'm going to have to RTB fuel after chasing this guy down. Besides, it's not worth risking turning back into that big group of guys behind me, I guess. I'll take my one and I'll be happy with it. Getting greedy gets you killed. The nice thing is this land's getting relatively flat. We're going from mountains into rolling hills. So it's going to be harder for him to hide once I get over this ridge. I don't know why he's this far out though. Like, no idea what he's trying to pull. Might be trying to hook in behind Tbilisi and shoot us all in the back as we take off, but that's not going to work out real well for him. He's quite low too. Quite low and hauling ass. That's alright, we're closing up on him. Okay, I'm getting painted by airborne radar from my left, which is possibly one of his teammates. I don't know. He hasn't reacted to me yet though, so there's a good chance that he doesn't actually realise I'm here. The only problem is he is running so hard. I mean, he might know I'm here, that might be why he's running, but I'm going to really struggle to catch him if he keeps his speed up. We must be most of the way back to Tbilisi by now. Is that a con or is he flaring? He still hasn't reacted to me. I'm gonna get a little closer for this missile. So I want him to outrun it. Oh, now I've got him where I want him. Catch that, buddy. And since I'm going to land after this sortie, why don't you catch this one as well? Ripperonis. Give him a 73 just to finish him off. Actually, he looks like he's breaking up. Yep, he's broken up. We got him. GG, easy. That's why you don't single yourself out from your mates like that. Tommy. Oh, it's a Harrier. That was a fucking Harrier? That was a fucking Harrier? He was keeping me at distance for so long. I was doing fucking 1,300 kilometers an hour, and he was keeping me at distance. What kind of fucking Harrier is that? Jesus Christ. Alright, let's RTB for fuel and missiles. Still not sure what the circle symbolizes on the landing mode for the nav. I'm sure it means something, I just don't know what the fuck it is. Oh, Hadwell's on. Hadwell's pretty good. So hopefully he joins our team. He's quite good with the MiG-21 as well. Back before I could play DCS, when my stick wasn't working, I used to watch him fly the MiG-21. Nearly there. 800 kilograms remaining. Limit of return, which is basically bingo. 34 kilometers. One kill, it was only a Harrier. It was the fastest Harrier in the world, but it was a Harrier. I'm genuinely surprised that big clusterfuck of guys just left me alone and didn't chase me down and kill me. If I was them, I would have chased me down and killed me. I was alone, I had no friends. That was the ideal situation for them to do, to me, what I did to that Harrier once he got strung out by himself like that. When you single yourself out, you make yourself a really tempting target, especially for an SU-27. Because I can just creep up on something, and as long as I'm out of their AWACS sight and behind them, they have no idea I'm there. None at all. And if they don't know I'm there, they're not going to be looking for a missile trail behind them. So even though the 27 ET isn't smokeless, it doesn't really need to be, because a lot of the situations where you fire it at someone, they don't know they've been shot at. Bit of an S turn on final here. Just bleed some more of that speed off. Watch my wheels on those lights. And air break, flare, slight bounce.
1-0-7. Посадку запрещаю. Уходите на второй круг. 1-0-7.
GG, easy.
Посадку запрещаю. Уходите на второй круг. 1-0-7. Латиния. Проверьте выпуск шасси. Ветер у земли 3-4-1. Скорость 3 метров в секунду. Посадочный 1-0-7. Работайте с посадкой. 1-0-7. Заруливайте на стоянку.
I think this guy's about to take off on this taxiway, so I'm gonna wait. Looks like he's rolling. I can't tell if he's trying to take off or if he's just taxiing. Looks like a takeoff. Yeah, he's taking off. Alright. Get across before anyone else tries to do that.
Thought that never changes, remains a stupid lie. It's never
Someone had a whoopsie there.
quite the same. No hearing or breathing, no movement, no color, just silence. Rise and fall of shame. Search that shall remain. We asked you what you'd seen. You said you didn't care.
3% fuel on landing. Sure, why not? 3%'s plenty.
Дозаправка по плану. Перезарядка по плану. Прием.
Unfortunately, the SU-27 takes forever to refuel, which is, you know, the side effect of having big fuel tanks. So I'll be sitting down here waiting for a while.
Sound formed in a vacuum, listen.
Might just do 1 or 2 more flyouts and take a break. 'Cause I'm hungry and tired. I'm probably going to try streaming some Tarkov later, unless I get too tilted, which is quite easy to do in Tarkov, actually. But we'll see. I've got to try and get myself back into a normal person's sleep cycle, as opposed to what I've been doing for the past week, so I'm all out of whack at the moment. I actually wish that I could get up early more often, which is basically actually what I'm trying to do is instead of going to bed really late and getting up like early afternoon, which is what my body naturally wants to do, I've been trying to kind of force it to get up really early in the morning, like 3 or 4 a.m, and then go to bed sort of around dinner time, because that works out better for time zones, and that's when the Cold War server is that it's most populated. As well as that, a lot of streamers I watch stream around that time, so we'll see how we go with that. That also works out with real world stuff better for me. It's just really hard to try and move the natural cycle of what my body wants to do into the cycle of what it should be doing. about a third of the way there. 3,200 kilograms out of 9,000 on board. Actually, something else I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the replay file from my dogfights with Gibbo before I started this stream, so about half an hour before I started streaming, because there's a fight that I want to take out of that and maybe turn into a YouTube video, because it demonstrates quite well the kind of bullshit that you can get away with in the MiG-21. If you're willing to fly it roughly and risk stalling. Actually, while I'm waiting for this thing to refuel, I'll show you guys what I was working on the other night while my PC was being repaired, or allegedly repaired. Not sure how well this will turn up on the camera with the lighting, but I built this years and years ago, never got around to painting it, so last night, before, I can't remember. I have no concept of the time. I painted it. I was going to paint it like the two-tone green Dangarten MiG-29 that I often fly in this server, but I didn't have the right colours, so I just kind of made up my own on the fly, and ended up with this. Let's see if I can get it. It's reversed, so I'll try and get a shot. And it's probably potato quality on your end, I don't know how well you can see that. Anyway, that kept me busy for about 6 or 7 hours, which was nice. When I originally built it, the pitot tube snapped off the nose, as they tend to do, because they're very fragile things. So I, because I modelled it with the gear up, I took one of the landing gear struts and did some modifications to turn it into a new pitot tube. And it worked out pretty well, better than I expected. Okay, we are nearly fueled. 1,500 kilos to go. Sounds so good. Close the canopy. I gotta wait until I'm rearmed to turn the engines on with the Flaming Cliffs 3 aircraft, which is really irritating. I don't know why they're like that, but they just are. Nearly full. Thanks for being patient, guys. I know that it sucks waiting for this thing to rearm and refuel, but I wanted to just keep the same plane set up rather than spawn in a new one. Like, if I can fly the same aircraft I already have, I like doing that, even if it's quicker to spawn a new aircraft. Just one of those things, I guess. Okay, nearly rearmed. There we go. Engines on, and we're good to go. Oof. Tomcat on Tomcat action. Hot.
Один, 0, 7. Латиния. Разрешаю руление на полосу 3, 1.
Also, I should add, regardless of whether I stream again today or not, tomorrow morning my time, so 7 PM GMT, I will be streaming Arma 3. We're doing Cation's World War II mission, and hopefully this time we'll have enough players that are on it. I think partly because of Easter last time, we just couldn't get the numbers, so that is the Band of Brothers mission, Record Manor. So it was going to happen last week, we just didn't have enough people handy. But it has been rescheduled.
Латиния. Взлет по готовности. Отход по схеме на 300. Подавление 7, 1, 2, запятая 4, 8.
How the fuck did I burst a tire? Jesus. It's only doing 300 kilometers now. How's it going? Oh, alright. Bit tired, bit dozy, you know, the usual, but otherwise pretty decent. Had some fun dogfighting earlier. Went up against Pom in the Mirage in the MiG-21. Man, he's a handful in a dogfight, I'll tell you that. friendly today. That's friendly. Look at these guys trying to hook out around the edge like they're 500 IQ. They're just separating themselves out from their allies. Being body spiked. I think I'm just gonna avoid that conga line of enemies to my 2 o'clock and just hook in on these guys on the left. Head them off. I feel like it's probably the same guys. Might be the Harrier and his Hornet mate, but we'll see. The terrain out there isn't really as favourable for ambushes, but it should be just enough to hide me if I stay low enough. How'd you do against Pom? I think I killed him a couple times, he killed me a couple times. So it worked out to be relatively even. I mean, he's the better pilot, but gun stuff is kind of my specialty, so... Didn't it just play this? No, who cares? It's a good song, we'll let it play again. When he was in the F5, he was pretty hard to kill, but he had trouble seeing me in the MiG-21, so it's kind of even, I guess. In the Mirage, I'm surprised how even that ended up being. I expected him to absolutely fucking murder me in the Mirage since he flies it so much, but I don't know. Maybe I have just enough natural affinity for the thing to get away with it. Because I think I killed him first. It did work out pretty even. Okay, there's 3 of them hooking out to the left now. Interesting. Still quite far out. F5 is small too, yeah, it's very hard to see. Very, very hard to see, and very hard to shake once it gets behind you. Turn in on this guy now. I suspect the slower contact further out is a Harrier, and this close one's probably a Hornet. Because there's 2 guys working together, one in a Harrier, one in a Hornet. They've both got the same like clan tags on. I suspect this is them. I'll stay as low as I can to try and sneak in as close as I can and ambush them. Okay, he's jamming, which is interesting. We're actually going to go active because I've lost him on the EOS. I mean, he's behind the mountain here, probably, that's why. Oh, hello, there's the jammer. We'll fire a 27 ER. Force him defensive. If I can get close enough. He's turning cold and running. Okay, he's going to drive that into the ground if I fire it now. I think. Yep, lost him behind a mountain. But since I've forced him cold, we're going to turn the radar back off. And go back to electro-optical. Like, that's my objective a lot of the time. I'm not necessarily firing a missile at somebody to get them to die, I'm firing a missile at them to get them to turn away. Because the ER is much less likely to hit the way I fire them than an ET. So if I can force them to turn cold and put their burners on, that sets me up for a perfect ET shot. Jeez, they're both fucking running now. It's over this next ridge. Oh, there he is. Yep, he is full burner. Hello, buddy. Hello, buddy. His mate's turned hot. What even is that? Oh, it's smoky as hell, whatever it is. He's seen the missile, he's turning. Looks like he might run it out of energy. We're going to give him another. And then go for his mate. He looks like he's been hit by something. That's not engine smoke, he's damaged, I think. It's a Harrier, I think. Alright, we'll give him a 73 as well, because he isn't dying. Oh, there we go. There we go. He's spinning. He's dead. Peace out, bro. Tommy again. Same Harrier I popped before. That's interesting. Man, he moves for a Harrier. I thought that was the Hornet. Okay, here's our other guy here. I'm going to go with the ER. Just because I want the range. I'll give him 2. He's going to try and drive him into the ground. Yep. Is he on the far side of that ridge or the... Yeah, far side, okay. That's fine. I can actually fucking see him now. Did I hit him? No. There we go. Oh, an A10! Apparently Tommy, yeah, he spun out. Down to 3 missiles, yeah, it's time to RTB. I want to get into a fight with this few missiles left, it's not worth it. Three for 0. Again, against ground attack aircraft, but I'll take it. The fact that it is 3 for 0 and not 3 for 3 is progress. It means I'm learning not to overextend quite as much as I usually do. Might actually stay on a bit longer and do some more flyouts, to be honest. I'm on a bit of a roll. I am hungry, but you know, food can wait.
Переведи в Теплер. Переведи в Теплер.
Still got heaps of fuel. Wednesdays you'll have to teach me the difference between Russian missiles. Okay, so designations are pretty simple. Like, Russian designations are a piece of piss if you understand the language even a little bit. Instead of like Western designations where you have alphabetized variants like A, B, C, D, whatever, in Russian designations the letter actually tells you what the upgrade is, or what the modification is. So for example, your R-27R is your base radar-guided, semi-active radar homing R-27. The R-27T is the infrared. The E in ER and ET is extended range. What else we got? Something like, say, the MiG-29, or not the MiG-29, we'll go with the MiG-21. So, you got the MiG-21M is MiG-21, you could either say modernized or more powerful, because it's got a better engine in it. Then you've got SM, which I can't remember what the S stands for. SMT. If you see a T designation in an aircraft, it's usually because it's got extended range, it's got bigger fuel tanks. Same with the MiG-29 SMT. So the difference between a MiG-29S and a MiG-29 SMT, if you look at them, the SMT has a much more pronounced hump behind the cockpit because it's got extra fuel tanks in it. So if you can kind of guess at which word the abbreviation stands for, because some of them there can be 2 or 3 things, you can guess roughly what you're looking at. So my R-27s are kind of my, I want to say Sparrow equivalent. They're longer range. They have kind of like the range of an AMRAAM, but the performance of a Sparrow, I guess. They're not active missiles, they're semi-active and infrared. They're quite big missiles too, like they're huge. ER and ET, so ER is extended range semi-active radar homing, and ET is extended range infrared homing. It's the same missile, just different seeker head. The Soviets did that a lot, and the Russians still do it. They'll put different seeker heads on, that's probably a friendly, where'd he go? Oh, who cares? You'd have to be friendly this far out. They put different seeker heads on the same missile body, basically. So most of their missiles, there'll be at least 2 or 3 variants, from a radar variant and an infrared variant, and then, you know, upgrades. So my short-range missiles, those little fellas, are the R-73, which is kind of sort of an AIM-9X equivalent, but not really. It's a little older than the 9Xs. It doesn't perform quite as well, but it's pretty close. It's a very, very good close-range missile. R is radar and T is IR, yeah. So T stands for Teplo, I think, which is like heat. Because you, like, Russian for your Erst is TP, which is Teplo Pylum, I think, or Piling. I forget what it is. It's they loan worded the second one from the Germans, I think. So that's, it literally just means heat finding or heat seeking. Then your radar is a loan word from English. So it's like radar is RLS, which is radiolocación stancia. So literally radio direction finding station. And I can't speak Russian today because I'm half asleep. and my tongue doesn't want to cooperate. But you get me. A lot of the technical terms are either basically literal translations or loanwords, so it's kind of easy to work a lot of it out once you know it. I should be sleeping, but I'd rather play DCS. So, we do have, well, I can't carry them on this, but we do have active radar missiles, the R-77. I believe it's a bit worse than the AMRAAM in terms of performance. It's small enough that you can put it on R-73 racks, but I personally would rather still carry 73s. So the MiG-29 usually carries 4 of them. You'll see J-11s carrying like fucking 6 or 8 of them because that's all people know how to do in this server is just spam active missiles. It's basically, so the J-11 with R-77s is basically the Red 4 equivalent of some dipshit with double racked AIM-120s on a Hornet. Same thing. I have to admit, I get very judgmental when I see people carrying R-77s, or, you know, flying the J-11 in general. Because if you see them flying the J-11, you know why. There's no reason to pick it over the 27 unless you're firing R-77 off of it. Yeah, so that's common across all of the Soviet-designed missiles. I think it's because the aircraft takes a certain amount of time to transfer the stored INS data to the missile or something. Or, it's something to do with the radar, or the aircraft communicating with the missile. Because all of my missiles, including the heaters, have about a 2 or 3 second lag time where I have to hold the trigger in before they jump off the rail. The older missiles do the same thing, MiG-21, you gotta hold the trigger in, or hold the pickle button in. That's one of the other advantages the 9X has over the R-73, as well as having a slightly better bore sight, or off-bore sight capability. It also leaves the rail much faster, because you don't need to hold the trigger. I'm way fast. And I have a burst tire, don't I? Yes, I do. Yeah, burst tire, left main gear. I'll get that repaired one down here. So there's going to be a bit of a wait time because I've got to repair and refuel. At least I don't have to refuel as much this time. Maybe a built-in delay on purpose. I think it's just something to do with the weapon aircraft interface. Someone did tell me once. I can't remember what the actual reason was, but something like that. Something one wheel is burst, right? Or did I burst both? Might have been both. Oi, oi, oi!
107. Заруливайте на стоянку.
Well, cool. I do love how you can do that. Fucking weird-ass friction coefficients in this game, man. Maybe so FNG pilots don't waste missiles? No, I don't think that's what it is. The Soviets generally weren't too fussed about that kind of thing. Get shut down, don't I? I'll just do it here. I'm not taxiing with fucking burst tires. I don't need that in my life. Oh yeah, it's both main gear. That explains a few things. Well, I don't know how I burst it, unless it was, you know, they'd already been damaged on the takeoff before, because I rotated at 300 kilometers an hour. They burst at like 350, 360 minimum. Don't know. Might have just been a random failure. Don't taxi on this runway F14, something broke my plane. I wonder if it was the giant-ass crater that overlaps the edge of the taxiway. be a wire thing too? Yeah, it could be. So you can't really see it in this. You can see it much better in the MiG-21. The front of these pylons is actually a hinged cover that flips up, and that's where the wire connections are fed into the missile. Like, right in behind the R-73's front fins there is where the wire hooks in. And it's like a pretty decent gauge wire with a great big fuck-off plug on it. It looks like a old, you know, one of those old fucking PS1 sockets or whatever it is. PS1, PS2 cable. That shit. Like a fucking 8-pin socket. Okay, we're shut down now. Ground crew will come near me. Hopefully.
Заправка по плану. Перезарядка по плану. Прием.
Oh, actually, shit, they're probably gonna fucking repair me before, or after they... I got that ass backwards, I should have told them to repair me first. What I'll do, I know how to solve this, I'll turn the engine on. That'll get them to stop. No, it won't. Brain not working so well today. Please forgive me. This should do it, hopefully. I just want to try and minimize the amount of time I'm spending here on the ground, because I know it's not very exciting viewing. Certainly not very exciting for me, I want to go kill shit. 3 for 0, man. Can't get my head around it. Okay, so they're gonna rearm me, then repair, then refuel, hopefully. That should be how I've set it up. Yeah, there we go. And now I tell them to refill me. Oh, they already are. Good shit. I mean, I'm just glad that I don't have to wait like 5 hours for them to repair the plane. Ah, he's behind the canopy. There he is. What a beauty. Someone's actually flying a MiG-21 in here. I mean, I love the MiG-21 and I really enjoy flying it in PvP, but man, I'm not that insane. Flying a MiG-21 against these guys, holy fuck. Okay, so when they start actually repairing me, I'm going to get memed, I'm going to get picked up in a hey, what are you doing? Because the aircraft actually levitates off the ground, replaces all the broken parts, and then drops. Which leads to amusing circumstances in some planes. It breaks the MiG-21's nose gear, for instance. Tires actually only take 5 minutes to tire, yeah. It's still pretty long in DCS terms, because that would be 10 minutes for me right here. And then, like, if you seriously break the aircraft, you can still repair it in 3 minutes instead of, you know, half a day or 2 days. Unless you're in a MiG-21, in which case repairing the plane breaks it worse because fun glitches which haven't been fixed after how many patches now? It's been doing that for months and they haven't fixed it. Yeah, I'm gonna get a hey, what are you doing? It's going to cut off the refueling with the repair here. mean, maybe when the mosquito comes out, it would take 3 minutes. Just saw the old wing off, put a new one on, glue it together, pound a couple nails in, you're good. The virtue of being built out of wood. I'm glad I actually decided to park up here because I get to watch everyone take off.
Предельный угол атаки. Предельная перегрузка.
Interesting.
Предельный угол атаки. Предельная перегрузка.
Trip the alpha warning. Okay. Oh, we're fully fueled. Happy days. I guess when you do a repair, maybe it fully fuels you. Who knows? Close the lid, start the engines, and get ready to go. So, because I'm actually using the runway properly, I would normally taxi back down here, but everyone else is just using both, so I'm going to actually have to go back through the parking area. I mean, I could take off down this from here, but it's not really a good idea. I'm probably going to head on someone, but the perfect moment, excuse me, the perfect moment where someone else decides to just turn onto the thing and take off without warning.
Один, 0, 7. Латиния. Разрешаю руление на полосу 3, 1.
Can't tell if there's someone on there, but we'll get across before they get up here. There we go. Trim this thing back out. Where's my neutral? Oh, there's my neutral. Okay. Need to figure out SRS before I GCI on this PC. Yeah, I was having SRS troubles for a long time before I finally worked out it was picking up the wrong input. Like, I could hear people, but they couldn't hear me. Turns out it was just, I had the wrong thing set as my microphone. For some reason, I've got, like, multiple things it auto-detects, but only one of them is the actual mic. It's probably because I've got such an ancient Windows install. Ooh. Wow, okay. Up into the wild blue yonder until he stalls. I should probably watch where I'm going. Has he got the airspeed? Yeah, he's got the airspeed. It's a MiG-29. It's very forgiving of dumb shit like that. Probably could have actually just turned off there and taken off from there, but oh well. Oh no, Rudy! Phoenixed! Well, there goes the MiG-21. Like I said, big balls on that guy. I mean, maybe if you had a GCI you could do that. Maybe. You could ambush them in the mountains with R60s, but without a GCI I would not be flying the MiG-21 in the server. Like, even on Cold War server, where it's actually the best plane in the server, it's a bit of a risky prop to fly it without a GCI. Because you just have no situational awareness in the MiG-21. You can't physically see outside, because the cockpit's so heavily framed and you've got no vision behind you. And the radar's a piece of shit. So you're basically blind. I think I might actually just make this my last fly out. I do need to eat. And then if I have some food and maybe a bit of rest, I might be able to get back on later. It really depends. Wish Cold War allowed A4 and Tomcat. Well, they're not going to allow A4 because they don't want to deal with people not having the mod. Like, Once you add mods into the equation, it really throws a wrench into the works, because not everyone's going to have the mod, and some people are going to have it out of date, and then there's all sorts of weird bugs that happen with mods that don't happen with the base game. And then, as far as the Tomcat goes, they're not going to allow the Tomcat because the Tomcat's already overpowered because of the Phoenix. If they added that into the Cold War server, where its strongest opposition is a MiG-21 with no BVR whatsoever, yeah, that's not going to work out so well. I mean, you could have the Tomcat as a ground attack aircraft by restricting Phoenixes, so it's forced to use Sparrows and bombs and Sidewinders, but even then it would still be very strong. Very, very strong. It'd be able to just out-accelerate everything, so you wouldn't even be able to catch it. Can't stream or play if you're in hospital. Yeah, I know. I mean, I'm not like sick or anything, I'm just a bit dozy. But DCS is like crack, man. I can't get away from it. Anytime I'm away from home or my PC's fucking up or whatever, I just watch other people play it. Like, man, I want to fly so badly right now. Interesting, everyone's hooking off to the left now. They don't usually go out that far. Can I ask what aircraft you're flying? I'm flying the Su-27. I don't actually know why they're in such a big clusterfuck off to my left. They must have all chased one guy out there. Which is interesting now because these guys are going to turn in on them, and I might be able to slip down the outside for once and hook in on them. Maybe. Maybe. We'll see. The only problem is when I get a bit further up, there's a couple of rolling sites, which I have a bad habit of overflying without noticing, and also their AWACS is going to pick me up in this open terrain. But I'm hoping they're going to commit hard enough on the left that I can just slip by them unmolested. Still quite a ways out. No MiG-21 for me? Oh well. Maybe some other time. It is a lot of fun to fly. Like, it can be a real handful, but it is a lot of fun. I'm glad it was my first module. Well, the first one I flew. It wasn't the first one I heard. Man, that is a massive enemy coming in. This looks like about 3 or 4 guys flying formation. Hard to get it when I can't fly it. Yeah, understandable. I'm just glad I finally got DCS set up, got my stick. got my USB hub so I could actually use my stick, because I didn't have enough USB ports for my HOTAS. So, it took me a long time to get around to it. As always, oh, I've got all this other shit to do. I'll do it one day, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow. It never happened. For like 3 or 4 years. And then I finally did do it tomorrow, and here I am. They still don't see me yet. Wax hasn't picked me up. Which is good news. So I'm getting pretty well positioned on them here. Oh my god, that is a mess of planes. Holy shit. At least 4 of them. Possibly more that Data Link can't differentiate, or like RA-Wax can't differentiate from each other. I saw that coming like a second before it happened. I just sink right into the tree. Those green ones are actually dangerous. It's the orange ones that are harmless. The deciduous trees don't have collision models, but the fucking evergreens do, and I always forget. What's that? Why is there noise? What is the noise? Oh, it's the end of the song, okay. I'll do one more flyout, since that was going to be my last, but I fucked it up. I'll do one more. Nope, that's not what I want. That's what I want.
Перезарядка по плану. Прием.
300-й. Обнаружена новая цель. 264. Удаление 160 на 500. Дистанция
Oh, well, that was supremely embarrassing. It's the second time I've done that. I did that last night as well, but mind you, when I did it last night, it preceded my most successful PvP session in DCS ever, so maybe it's a good sign. Maybe it's a bizarre good luck omen when I run myself into a tree like that. Server's still pretty populated. Okay, we're around.
Больше не суждено. Сколько нас полегло в этом долгом походе, и дела недоделаны полностью, но мы уходим, 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 уходим. Прощайте, горы, вам людей, какую цену здесь платили, врага какого не добили.
107. Латиния. Разрешаю руление на полосу 3-1.
Дели на троих. Столько нас уцелело. В лихом разведводе третий тост. Даже ветер на склонах затих. Мы уходим, 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 уходим. Прощайте, горы, вам.
Nice to play music inside aircraft. Yeah. I kind of wish that I actually had the chance to do it in real life, but you know, it's kind of bad practice. You need to be listening to the radio. But there's a couple of days when I was up flying and it was such beautiful weather and so calm and serene, I would have killed to just have some music playing. Just totally tune out from the world. Winter mornings are the best time to fly because the air's so still. Summer is just too bumpy here because the fucking thermals are ridiculous. Eyes are starting to try and stick together. Oh, Oh, team kill! Aim 120. Fucking Hornet blue on blue with an aim 120. Beautiful. I'm glad to see some people still haven't figured out the fucking SA page. Good shit. Have music on as long as you can hear radio. Yeah. That's true, but I tend to just tune out when I've got music playing, so it's probably not the best. And I also have bad enough hearing that I can't, like, I can't always pick up what's being said on the radio because it's just, you know, background noise or static or people with funny accents. So having any kind of background noise at all is really distracting and makes it difficult for my brain to pick out words. I'm really articulate today, as you probably noticed. Oh boy. There's fucking nothing showing on data link yet. Oh, now they're popping in. Really, really articulate. I speak the English goodly. Yeah, this is definitely my last flight. Even if I fly myself into a tree, I need a break after this. At least I'm not the only one that's been flying themselves into stuff by the looks of it. Oh, hello. That's a mess off the nose. A mess I should probably not be flying into. It's quite far out though as well. Gotta watch those evergreens, man. Fucking dangerous. They'll kill ya. Okay, we got one friendly running my way, being chased by two guys very half-heartedly, the third kinda sorta trailing. And they don't see me yet. Why are you flying so low? So that their AWACS doesn't have a clear view of me. I want to ambush them, so I'm staying in the valleys. Try and use the terrain as cover and concealment. It also makes it easier if someone fires at me, I can just pop over a valley top and try and drive the missile into the ground. And if I'm under them, the OLS has an easier time seeing them. Ready to start training? I'm not ready to start shit, to be honest, dude. I'm gonna be so busy for the next few weeks, I'm probably not even gonna be flying at all. If I am, it's only gonna be, like, probably on weekends, if that. I made a few critical errors in judgment, which have resulted in my schedule being just basically a solid wall of shit for the next week and a half, 2 weeks. And they're still pretty far out. They still haven't got me. The only thing pinging me right now is a sand site to my rear, which is probably friendly. Now, this is kind of flat here, so this is where they might pick me up with their own radar. And we got 2 accounted for. Where's the third gone? I don't know. What I might do is I might look around this side of this mountain. Okay, their mate sees me. If they're Hornets, they'll have data links, so they will see me. I'm actually going to pop back over this. Yeah, this guy's turned hot on me. We're going to go radar. High pulse, because he's hot on me. Still a ways out. Don't know where the second guy went. They're probably flying together. So he will be quite close. The guy over there still sees me. See, they had no idea I was here until he spotted me. So I probably shouldn't have gone behind that ridgeline, actually. That was a mistake. Okay, he doesn't see me anymore. Back to electro-optical only. So I'm not emitting any radar. Oh, hello. Hello! I take that back. This guy's off my nose, but I don't see him, which is interesting. Oh, we're merged. There he is. Oh, I love this song. Perfect for dogfighting. Ah, you got me. Aim 9x. Yep. I was a bit slow there to realise we'd merged. So it just gave him enough angle to get a 9x off. Well, fair play to him. It was a good move. Alright, so 3 kills for 2 losses. Not bad, I'll take it. I'm going to take a break, have something to eat. Probably not get a sleep. I'll sleep later, I think. But either way, I will pass you guys along to somebody else. If I can just see who else is streaming. Oh, it looks like Tailhook is... he's not playing DCS. Let's see who's playing DCS first. Because I like to try and keep the DCS chain going. They reverted the 430 nerfs? Good, good. The last thing that fucking thing needs is nerfs. It needs buffs. Okay, we've got a guy on Georgia at war. 3 guys on Georgia at war. Probably more than that. Holy fuck, there's not really many people streaming DCS at the moment, actually. Let's see, who else is on? I don't, like, normally if I see a smaller streamer up, well, I am the smallest streamer, but if I see another guy up that's playing DCS, I'll pass you guys on to them, but I kind of, yeah, I might pass you on to someone on Georgia at War, to be honest. You'll get to see what that's like. That's a PvE server. I used to play on there a lot, I don't really as much now, so I will send you guys to, Naughty Robot, I think. Hopefully that works. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I will catch you next time, and have a good day.